Hi guys, my name is Paula. Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a quick little ab workout. So this is going to be a mix of yoga and Pilates. So this is something that I don't do here on my channel, but I'm going to start doing it. So first, I wanted to say thank you for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we're gonna have no equipment, but if you have at home, you can use some ankle weights. I like using these ones that they're very cute. And if you don't have any at home, that's totally fine. You don't need to necessarily have them for your practice or your exercises. So today we're going to start doing some exercises to activate our core. So first we're going to start laying down on the ground or your mat and slowly bringing your back against the ground, completely flat. You can have your feet hip width apart, and slowly we're going to start just observing how our body is feeling right now. So here you can see if your tailbone, which is the lowest part of your vertebrae, if it's touching of your spine, also if it's touching the ground, and see if you can slowly bring all of your back down. In your yoga practice, or if you're a person that does yoga as myself, you might feel like from doing back bends, your lower back might tend to arch. So this is a good exercise to help us activate our lower back. So now we're just going to do this. We're going to do a bridge, but this time we're not going to do it as fast as a yoga bridge, because we want to keep our pelvis straight and our tailbone tucked in, if that makes sense. So we're basically trying to create the least back bend as is possible for us today. And this can be a little bit challenging, honestly. So let's take a deep breath in and start lifting all the way from your low back. And it's okay if you feel like it's not perfect. It's just the effort that counts. Just feeling the activation of your back and core. And slowly we're going to exhale. Start bringing it down vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to not to try to round our spine. So bringing it flat back once again, seeing if you can feel all of it. Now once again, you can bring your hands down, pressing them against the floor and your feet as well. And slowly start lifting, trying to tuck your tailbone, keeping the engagement. And this is a slow bridge. Just trying to see if you can feel your lower abdominals and spine. Slowly exhale. And as you exhale, just go slow and controlled. There's no need to rush. And in some sort of way, it's like giving a little back, a massage to your back. So now let's do 2 more. Once again, take a deep breath in. Slowly start lifting up your hips off the ground, keeping your tailbone tucked in. And slowly exhale. Start bringing it back down. Now we're going to do our last one. Take a deep breath in. Start lifting up your spine off the ground, bringing your bridge as high as it's possible without creating a back bend. And slowly exhale, come back down. And remember, this is all at your own pace. And your bridge can be as big or as small as you liked. So now we're going to move to our second exercise. So we're going to do leg raises. So we're going to be all the way down on the ground, like Shavasana, and we're going to just lift up our legs. So we're going to do it for 3 sets in total, and it's up to you if you would like to do it with me as well. So we're just going to slowly bring ourselves back on the ground, and you can just slowly roll down yourself vertebrae by vertebrae just to keep your back and abdominals controlled. So here we're going to make sure we have our back completely flat. Our tailbone is going to be touching the floor. So here's option A. You can have the palms of your hands facing down right next to the sides of your body, or you can bring your elbows, bend them behind your head, and just grab here your head and see which option you will like more. It all depends. You can also just have your head flat on the ground. So we're going to lift up our legs off the ground using all the strength from our lower abs. So we're not going to touch the floor or try to lift up using any help. So take a deep breath in, slowly lift, and as you exhale, we're going to slowly go down and controlled. Taking a deep breath in. We have 2. We have 3. Breathing out and breathing in. 4. We have 5. Inhale and exhale. 6. 7. And 8. So sometimes you might hear like the wind as your back touches the mat, so that's totally okay. And 8. So you can stay here in your constructive resting pose here, having your feet hip width apart, pressing them down towards the ground. And we're going to just rest for a few seconds. It's okay to take a moment of rest, just letting your body get back to normal so that way you can do the next sets much better than you have done them before. So it's important to always listen to your body, see if you need a rest. There's no need to rush into things. So now, as you can observe, sometimes your tailbones are going to lift up and create a little back bend. So it's good to take notice of what your body is doing and then just to slowly correct it. It's not the end of the world if you keep doing it. It's just about changing it if you notice it's happening. So now we're going to do it again, or leg raises. So take a deep breath in. We have 1. And take a deep breath out. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. So now we just did our second set, and now we're gonna do one more. So if it's a lot for you guys can just skip through and go to the next exercise, or you can just stay with me doing this abdominal exercises. So now we're going to do one more. Just remembering to take time to refresh. Let your body come back to normal. Taking a deep breath in. Hold it for a few seconds. Slowly just let it all out. Centering yourself. Now we're gonna start with our last set of this exercise. So you can decide which variation you would like to do, grabbing your head with your elbows bent behind your, or just placing your hands down on the ground. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's it. I almost forgot about how many I was doing. So now we're going to start coming in to our next exercise. So slowly you can start coming back to a seated position. So if you like to roll, you can grab on top of your knees and see, sliding, you can come all the way up. And this is just a good way to just start observing your lower back and start bringing yourself up safely as you're doing abdominal exercises. So now we're gonna get into a more spicy exercise. So you can come all the way in your tabletop. So we have 2 options. You can do whichever one feels better for you, of course. So we're going to do a side plank and a crunch at the same time. So it's a side plank crunch. We're going to do it in 2 ways. So if you're more in your, I wouldn't say beginner, but if you're starting to get into your arm balancing, and especially if it's harder because of the weights, if you're using some, you can bring yourself to a side plank with your knee on the ground. So basically like this. So just to explain it again, so from a tabletop position, you're going to extend one leg back behind you and slowly the opposite leg that is still bent, the foot is going to rotate to the side of the mat. So it's gonna be on the outer side. And slowly, now you're going to rotate with your arm looking towards the ceiling. And your body is going to be looking towards one side of your room, if that makes sense. So I'm just trying to explain it. If you like to do whichever side, it doesn't matter. You know, it's just positioning yourself. So from here, we're going to extend our right leg and lift it off the mat. So it's going to be floating. We're gonna take a big inhale, and as we exhale, you're going to bring your elbow to your knee and slowly extend. So basically, this is the side plank crunch. So we're going to do it for 8 times, and you can just bring yourself here and then slowly extend. So we have 3, exhale, inhale, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Slowly bringing your hands down. You are going to switch sides. So now we're going to extend one leg behind us, and the opposite leg, the foot that is down, we're going to switch it out, and slowly we're going to rotate, lifting up our left arm, and our chest and core is going to be now looking towards the opposite side of the room. So now we're going to do 8 side plank crunches. Take a deep breath in, lift up your left leg off the ground, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. We have 3. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Inhale, 5. Exhale. Inhale, 6. Exhale. Inhale, 7. Exhale. And now the last one. Inhale, 8. Exhale, extend. Now slowly we're gonna come back to center. If you like to take a rest, you can come to a child's pose or just stay in your tabletop position as you bring yourself back to normal with your breath. So we're going to do 2 more sets, and then we're going to move to our next exercise. So now we're going to do our next set, and this is the variation that that you can do if you feel like you want to push yourself more to the next level of the side plank crunch. So we're gonna come off to an actual side plank. You're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and your feet are going to be extended behind you. So basically bringing your core as high as it can be, but we're basically not doing a downward facing dog. So your hips are going to be aligned with your chest. And now slowly we're going to bring our feet one in front of the other and lift up to a side plank. Here's where things get a little bit tricky, and you're going to use a lot of your core strength. We're going to lift up of the right leg and just be on our left arm and our left leg. Take a deep breath in, crunch, and as you exhale, extend. So this one is a little bit harder, so there's gonna be less cues. So we're gonna inhale, 2, exhale, inhale, 3, exhale, inhale, 4, exhale, inhale, 4, exhale, inhale, 5, exhale, inhale 6, exhale, inhale 7, exhale, inhale 8, exhale. And now slowly you can take a break here for a few seconds, and slowly we're going to come to our opposite side to finish this set. And it's very sweaty and hot right here, so I hope you guys are also getting a good sweat on your workout. So now we're going to come to our side plank on the opposite side. You're going to push off your hands off the ground and slowly extend your legs behind you, coming to your side plank. And once again, we're going to lift up our left leg off the ground as we also hover the left arm. And now inhale 1, exhale, inhale 2, exhale, inhale 3, exhale, inhale 4, exhale, inhale 5, exhale, inhale 6, exhale, inhale 7, exhale, inhale 8, exhale. And slowly coming back to center. Now we're going to take a break for a few breaths. So this is one of my favorite exercises because I feel like it incorporates yoga in a good flow, and you also have to keep yourself in control with your breath. So it's very nice for all types of levels because you can also do it with your knees on the ground or slowly get to a full extension. So it's just very challenging and fun to me. It's almost like if you're swimming freestyle. Anyhow, we're gonna go back to our exercise and now do our third set. So I'm gonna do the high plank version. We're going to push off the weight of the mat with our hands, extending our legs behind us. And now coming to our side plank, take a deep breath in, exhale 1, inhale 2, exhale, inhale 3, exhale, inhale 4, exhale, inhale 5, exhale, inhale 6, exhale, inhale 7, exhale, inhale 8, hold it for a few seconds, and exhale. Now we're gonna come back down, extend to child's pose. Remembering that you got this. Your mind is the most controlling voice that you can hear in your life. So always tell yourself you got this. So now we're gonna come to our last side on this set of side plank crunch. So now we're going to push off our hands off the ground. Extend your legs back and slowly we're going to find our way into our side plank crunch. Inhale 1, exhale, inhale 2, exhale, inhale 3, exhale, inhale 4, exhale, inhale 5, exhale, inhale 6, exhale, inhale 7, exhale, inhale 8, hold it for a few seconds, and exhale. Okay. So good job, guys. If you did that with me, that was awesome. And now, very slowly, we're just going to do our last workout of the day for this ab workout. So we're going to slowly sit down in a seated position, and we're going to do Navasana boat pose. So what I like about Navasana is like a Russian twist, basically. You're in a V shape and you have to have a lot of engagement in your core, whether you're just sitting down or in the full activation of the pose. So we're gonna keep in mind that we have weights, so this is adding extra effort into our exercise. So very slowly we're going to start bringing our back more behind us, and our legs are going to be hip width apart, and our feet are going to be planted on the ground. We're going to inhale and slowly exhale, and then once again you're going to breathe in and see if you can lift up little bit by little bit your legs off the ground. So you're going to keep your hands extended, and we're going to hold it here for 5 breaths. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slowly coming back down. Good job, guys. So Navasana is super challenging. I feel like it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or someone very advanced in your practice. It can definitely make you feel every single second that you're in the pose. So it's very humbling, and it's very good just to activate your Manipura chakra. So now this is where we're going to start changing things. So we're just going to do a little bit of activation with our legs. So the same thing, we're going to start little bit by little, and now we're going to just lift up our left leg off the ground. And you can see if you like to keep your right foot down or lift it up as well. And the left leg is going to be extended as much as is possible. We're gonna stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly coming back down to neutral spine. You can hug your legs or knees if you would like. It might be a lot of tension in your back, or it might not be any, but you can always give yourself a hug for doing such a good job every day in your life. Making time for yourself, putting yourself first, Doing exercise is something that takes a lot of energy and a lot of effort. So if you're doing that for yourself, give yourself a big prop. And now we're gonna come to our second rep of this exercise. So now bring your hands in front of your body and slowly bring your shoulders back. Now we're going to lift up our right leg completely extended, and if the left foot wants to stay there, it can stay, or you can lift it up a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly coming out of your Navasana boat pose. Super challenging, but you also have to enjoy it. Poses like this make you realize how powerful your practice can be and all the things that you're doing for yourself. So now we're going to do this one more time, and now we're going to slowly go to our last Navasana. So we're going to do the legs one more time. So you're gonna lift up your left leg completely extended, and if you want to keep your right foot on the ground, you can keep it, or you can extend it and come to almost a half boat. Staying here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly coming back down. You can give yourself a big hug for doing all of this today. Saying a big thank you for being able to see, hear, walk,
just doing anything that you're doing. And now we're going to slowly switch. Extend your right leg off the ground, completely extended. You can keep your left foot down or just hover it. Now, 5 breaths in Navasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly coming back down, bringing yourself back to neutral position, giving yourself a big hug once again. And now we're going to do our last boat, just taking a little bit of time to come back to normal. Super, super hot in here. So that's good, it's good to get a sweat out, getting all the toxins away from your body. And now, let's do our last Navasana. Bringing your shoulders a little bit more behind you, taking a deep breath in, slowly preparing. You're going to lift both feet off the ground and see how far you can extend them. So what just happened is totally okay. Sometimes you just have to pace yourself. So let's just start over again. It's totally okay if you go back down. You can always get back up. So take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And slowly, let's come back to neutral position, giving your knees a big hug. And slowly, we're going to start closing today's practice. So we can slowly start bringing ourselves all the way down onto the ground. And we're just going to do 3 more bridges, just so we can see how our lower back is feeling. You can start separating your feet hip width apart. And here, once again, take a deep breath in, push your arms down on the ground, and see, little by little, you can take off your tailbone off the ground. See how you're doing. And slowly exhale. Making sure you bring vertebrae by vertebrae your back down towards the ground. Inhale, take a deep breath in, lift up your back. Finding your bridge. It doesn't have to be super high. Just whatever feels right for you in this present moment. And slowly exhale. Let's take one more deep breath in for our last bridge here. As our feet are pressing down towards the ground, you're going to use your core strength to just slowly lift up as high as you can off the ground without forcing your lower back. Slowly exhale. Slowly let yourself be completely flat on the ground. You can extend your legs. And we're just going to stay here for a few seconds, just seeing how your lower back is feeling, how are your abs doing, or overall, how are you doing right now in this present moment. Take a deep breath in
And slowly take a deep breath out. We're going to now slowly come back to a seated position so we can close our practice. So you can start pushing your back off the ground and just come to a seated position. And that's it for today, guys. So I wanted to thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it if you did this workout with me today and watching this video. Thank you so much again for your support and leaving me a like. It really means a lot to me and my channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. My name is Paula, and you can check me out on Healthy Sprinkles. And thank you so much again from the bottom of my heart. Bye. Namaste.